The other ones, it would be nice also if we would at least try, if we can here, within Atherton, when the residents actually paid for these vehicles, and like with the truck, I think, the truck is probably the only one that's really worth much, being 19,000 miles, although it's a very aged device, but I thought besides making it maybe the chief's car, we'd fix the brakes, of course. Okay. However,
maybe some new tires.
I don't know. He didn't say it needed new tires, just new brakes. But anyway, but we could maybe have an auction here, and we have in the purchasing policy that we should have an opportunity that the finance director can authorize an auction to residents and employees could participate in perhaps procuring that, and we always have the option of going to an auction agency if we don't feel we get fair market value or we get any information from anybody. It always would take a month out of the process. So the process, our procedure does say that we can do that, and I would like us to consider both of those things that were in the city manager's email of today when we make our final decision here. Other than that, I'm okay with the age of the cars being replaced.
One comment on that, I'm sorry, please.
No, go ahead.
One comment on that. In my note to the council, I mentioned our purchasing policy says we could sell the vehicles, residents, put them on the website, sell them, as well as employees. Even though that's in the purchasing policy, the city attorney has opined that we really can't do that because they're not remote enough from the process.
We don't have any employees that aren't cops.
Yeah.
So they're in the department, nobody in the police department can buy a police car.
Okay.
So employees would work, but certainly to the public, general public.
Yeah, and if we just ran an ad and,
Right.
in the local media and, and there wasn't enough interest, then that's fine. I mean,
Go to the next
I
one.
just,
Perfect. Councilwoman Willis.
I am just dumbfounded that we are not in the used car business here. Our city manager is not, and the chief of police, there's no way that they're not in the used car business. Spend their time, I mean, how much money, I'm truly dumbfounded that you would suggest something like that we would attempt to sell used vehicles through a Craigslist ad or something, and then take calls and vet a buyer. I mean, for how much more money do you think we would get?
all I'm saying, Councilwoman, is
Yes.
that we could go ahead and put an ad in the papers and people could submit sealed bids, send them in, we open them up, and you either make the award if it's the right number or not, or you then send them off. I don't think it's as big a deal as you're making.
Maybe you should buy them and then, do it yourself. I'm sorry. I
Well,
think
then I'll
that's
sell them back, because
Yeah.
I do think the chief's,
I'm
having
sorry.
it as a chief's truck would be good, actually.
Given the timeline, I don't think it'd be a complicated thing for us to do. We can put it on the website.
Okay,
and
fine.
So, Councilman Vice Mayor, any comments?
Well, I support the request. I bought a 1998 Chevrolet Silverado 6 months ago with 31,000 miles on it for $11,000. So,
We have a police car.
That's different.
well, it's not a police car, but it hasn't been driven much, and mine wasn't either. So,
None of you are able to
but
apply either.
I don't think it's something we want to invest in.
I have no questions for the chief. So, no other questions from council. We'll close our comments. Any comments from the public? Seeing none, bringing back to council. All right, let's see if we can wrap this.
I'd like to make a motion.
Please.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the request for the authorization to take the following fleet management actions, which is to purchase 2 2014 Ford Police Interceptor sedans, 1 marked patrol vehicle and 1 unmarked detective vehicle, including the equipment and installation costs. Convert an existing marked patrol vehicle to a K-9 vehicle, and auction 4 surplus police vehicles through First Capital Auction of Vallejo, California, or put an ad on Craigslist and have the city manager sell these vehicles.
I would request that the council not be that specific in terms of how we,
I'd like to amend the motion that we
Well,
would
you
keep.
can't amend it until there's a second.
Let's go with the second. Councilman Whitmer, go ahead.
Okay, so I would like to to make an amendment that we keep the drivable black and white and use it as specified in the city manager's report, which was a great recommendation, and I think would also help slow down some speed, and it doesn't cost us anything to keep.
As a decoy, you're talking about.
Well, I was
as
not
a-
gonna say the word decoy here, in case there's people watching TV.
Right.
I hope there are people watching.
We're gonna have to buy a mannequin now to
That's
put
it.
in the decoy as well.
That's a duck term, that's the-
A woman.
Okay, yes, okay, fine.
Would it be
Is there a second?
inflatable or
Is
a?
there
Well, I wouldn't know, I don't have any knowledge or something like that, and this is a family show, by
That is
the
an
way.
acceptable amendment, I agree with that.
This is a family show, I'd like to remind you.
All in favor of the second, the modified version that Elizabeth and Bill worked out?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No. Thank you very much for the roughness on that one.
Is that
All right.
4 to 1?
That was
five to
100%.
5-1.
Oh, you said zero. No.
5-0.
How can you have 5-1? I guess.
5-0. We got another
The
council.
chief was objecting to the truck.
may I clarify,
Please.
just
He was-
in
he
terms
was
of
objecting to
auctioning the
inflatable.
vehicles, that we can use something other than Craigslist?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
You
Yeah, you already
Okay.
made that.
We
Right.
can't auction them ourselves because you have to be a licensed auctioneer in California to hold an auction.
But can you
Strangely,
sell
we
them?
can- We can sell them, no.
Right.
We
Okay.
can, and nor are you. But we
I'm
can,
not-
well, we can sell them otherwise, but that's.
Okay,
Right.
yeah,
We're-
right. I didn't say auction.
We're good with, we completely understand what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go on to number 20, which is council reports. First thing I wanted to say on council reports, I'd like to add congratulations to the Selby Education Foundation. They were the winner of Redwood City's Best in School Social Services in 2013 category, so just for note. Any other comments related to council reports? Seeing none,
It'd be nice to come on.
moving on to 21, no future items. 22, public comments. Any public comments? Seeing none, closing public comments. Motion to adjourn.
So,
All in favor? We're out. Thank you very much.
nice meeting.